Hey guys, it's me, my face, and an old friend. Today's little happy dance is brought to us by coffee, because coffee, it's my soul now. If you're new here, my name is Andrea, and this is a channel about cross stitch and coffee, sometimes beer, a little bit of wine, some cats, mental health, my views on the world, and, anything else I come up with. If you're a returning visitor, you're used to all this. Welcome back. Well, it's been 2 weeks since my last confession, and I have done a bit. So let's jump right in with an old friend that we haven't seen in a very long time. This is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Do you even remember I was working on this? Yeah! This is from Carriage House Samplings. And I actually worked on Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. You guys, I have this on a paper pattern. When's the last time I worked on a paper pattern? I tell you. Because it's been so long since I worked on this, I knew that there were issues with the fire, maybe with a bat. I wasn't sure. So I figured the safest thing to do would be to extend the border and start working in from this side and see what happens when I meet up in the middle. Because, errors. Put them in the middle of the project because no one will see them there. I did manage to fill in some of the little smoke. I think that might be a new bat. I could be making that up. But anyway, I did manage to make a little bit of progress. I don't know what made me pick it up. It has been actually underneath Templar Prophecy for months. And every time I pick one up, I always say, I should put some time in. This time I did. This time I heard it screaming. The next thing I worked on is the Be Kind sampler. This is from Teresa Miller. And I made just a little bit of progress. This is so cute. And this has been so easy to work on. I do have a thread conversion because it didn't have all of the called for. But, I haven't noticed nothing I needed to change. Nothing has clashed or anything. That border, I cycle between, oh my god, I love this border, and this border, when will it end? I got to a point over here where I was like, well, if I can make it even with there, maybe I'll just stop. No, I'm not McKenna. I'm gonna finish the whole border. Not that there's anything wrong with stopping halfway through. You do you. I just could not stop. I would have to finish it. So I made a lot of progress on this one. The next thing I worked on is also an old friend. This is Templar Prophecy. And I really just did kind of a little mindless fill-in. I, kind of filled in over here. And then I started filling in around the date and left myself a little space. Because, I'm not crazy enough to think that I might finish this in 2021, and I'm going to leave the option open for making it 2022. I'm not going to leave the option open for 2023, because if it's not done by 2022, I think I need to get rid of this thing. I said what I said. But yeah, I love the way just sort of filling in mindlessly made it so that a hoof showed up, and that various there's a word that I'm thinking of, the images inside the images start to show up when you're just doing fill-in. So I am enjoying that a great deal, and it looks good. The next thing I worked on is a cute little stitch. This is from Owl Forest Embroidery. This is The Cat and the Cook, which I still haven't read yet. I am told, or it says that it's a Russian folktale. And I finished the kitty. And look at him with his little fishy. Oh my god. Look at him! Look at him! Oh my god, I love this kitty. I love the fishy. Working on this is my first ever Owl Forest. And I cut out a sneeze there. The threads are great to work with. The pattern is easy to read. This linen is great to stitch on. I am enjoying this in all the ways. This kind of makes me want to buy another kit. I had been looking at that whale one that they came out with a while ago, but I don't know if it's still available. Might be worth checking. Because what I need is another project. Yeah. The next thing I work on is what Michelle Bendy Stitchy would refer to as a SAF. I started and finished it since last time we spoke. This is the Summer Catch Etching from, oh dear, Heart and Hand? It was on the screen, but I'd like to be able to say it. So cute. So easy to stitch. I love the variegation in those threads. I used all the called for. I am loving this being able to use the called for. I don't get to do that very often. I even remembered to put my initials and date in there. All my circuits were firing at the time. So this is the third one in the series that I have done. So the only one left to do. That isn't kind of my favorite looking one, but I'm going to do it because if I only did 3, the universe would come crashing down or something. I don't know. Something terrible would happen. So the next one is the spring, I'm thinking spring hare. It's a bunny rabbit. It'll be cute. It's just not my favorite of the 4. So once I have all 4 done, I still have no idea what I'll do with them. They will go in the Stitchy journal. You can see it from here. It's empty. The last thing that I worked on is another blast from the past, an old friend. This is Death by Cross Stitch. This is also from, oh my goodness, it's that kind of day. Long Dog Samplers. And I did a lot, but not a lot interesting, if that makes any sense. So let me see. I did this whole bottom row, and I filled in, I think I had, one of these was missing, so I filled in the purple star. Here's the thing. I have it kind of blocked out so that there's like little flowers that go in here, and I have those blocked out to be in the variegated purple. So they're going to look awesome. But there's kind of little connection stitches that kind of string them all together, and I don't know if I want to do them as variegated or do I want to do them as black so that the tulips kind of stand out more. I don't know, but I need to decide soon because I need to move on with this project. I need to get the last row of this, alphabet over here done. I need to start moving up the scroll. There's borders on either side that need to be brought down. I can't just sit here and agonize over which part should be purple and which part should be black. But I don't know the smartest way to do it. I mean, the smartest way to do it is to just do one section and like do a tulip and the black and the tulip and then see if I like it. And if I don't like it, I can pick it out then. I don't know, but since I probably won't work on this again for another month, maybe, I guess I have that long to decide. Which still means I won't decide until I sit down with it again. So that's all the stitching I've done in the past couple of weeks. I liked pulling out projects I hadn't worked on in a while. And I actually, if I could have located it more quickly, I almost pulled out, oh my goodness, the name. It's the Witch's Christmas? Wicked Christmas. That's what it is. I haven't worked on that in a very long time, and I believe my biggest problem with that pattern was there was a lot of space between the elements, and I had a lot of elements that I think ended up in the wrong places. So I was kind of afraid to keep working on it, but at this point, I feel like I'm over it, and maybe I can just pick a place, start counting, and throw caution to the wind and just stitch the thing. So maybe next time we meet, you'll see an update on Wicked Christmas. I did get a little bit of haul. I got my floss. I always forget. It's the Floss Frenzy. The Floss Fix from Fat Quarter Shop is Classic Colorworks, but I already get those from 3 Owl Threads. So I get the Floss Frenzy, which is Weeks Dye Works. And this month it is Sunshine Yellow series. So what we received is Honeysuckle, which there's a lot of bright light in the room, so I don't know that these show too well. Fawn, which looks like just a really nice neutral. Amber, also really nice. Gold. Curry, which I never think of as yellow. And I know, like the yellowy orange curries, I know, but I always think of it as red. I don't know why. I just do. And whiskey. So, for a set of yellows, because I really don't like yellow, those are really nice. I like those. Well chosen. Coffee break. Yes. So I think that is about it for the stitching updates. I haven't gotten any other haul. I don't think I have any on the way. Mostly I've actually started thinking about Halloweening, which you know how I feel about my Halloweening. I have decided this year, if I have a picture handy, I'll put it up here. The front of my house, we live in a converted 2-family house. So we have porches on the first floor and the second floor. And I've always wanted to have, like, especially for Halloween, but even year round, I always wanted to have curtains on those kind of openings in the porches. So I decided this year for Halloween, I am going to get, it's the curtain wire. And I usually saw them at IKEA, and I thought they were an IKEA thing, but I found them on Amazon for a little cheaper. So I've ordered one, and that should come, I think, on Tuesday. I want to try putting that up in one of those sections and hanging. Usually we would hang like this polyester cut up fabric to make it look. I always thought it almost made the house look like a pirate ship. I don't know why. It like made me think of sails, maybe. I don't know. But I'm thinking either those or just creepy cloth hanging from a curtain rod that's kind of on the inner part of the porch, so it's kind of, like curtains. I thought that might look really cool and be easy to put up, because I have to say that as time marches on, so does my arthritis. And I have a lot of ideas, and I really don't enjoy being the supervisor. I like doing the things. So I feel bad. I could absolutely stand in that yard and say to Mark, put that there, hang that there, nail that up, put that there. I don't want to do that. I want to participate in the putting the things up. So I have to make the mechanisms of putting those things up accessible to me. So I'm hoping that between this curtain wire and some of those, like you can see them holding up my tapestry up at the top here, the little rings with the clips, that I can hang up this cloth in the way that I want, and maybe, you know, in the good months, have you know, outdoor curtains or something out there just to put a little color up against the house, do a little something fun. So I'm waiting for that to come. I also really find myself leaning towards kind of what we did last year, which was, you know, ended up being the Halloween that wasn't. I had Halloween, but nobody came to see it. Stupid pandemic. You know, we had gotten a lot of props and a lot of things and this, that, and I love having a yard full of things, but it's been really effective to just do the lighting and the skeletons and the creepy cloth. That came out really well. It was really easy to put up because nothing needed to, you know, nothing was terribly delicate, didn't have, you know, fancy electronics or anything in it. I could put them out much earlier and not worry about rain or even last year snow. We had snow. It was not acceptable. So yeah, so you know, I kind of look forward to putting it together this year and hopefully being able to put it together a little ahead of time so that I can enjoy it for longer. I continue to spend most of my time jumping between my job and taking care of my father. Between my sister and I, he's covered almost all of the time, and we've been very lucky that now he is registered with the VA, and we're going to be getting a lot of hours from them. Like 3 days a week, somebody's going to come in for about 3 hours in the morning and get him up and running and get his house set up for the day and the whole thing. So starting next week, that's going to get a lot easier on us. But I want to thank everybody who commented on the last couple of videos, and also those who emailed suggestions about how to get services and some different accessibility aids that we may not have known about. We had considered getting him the kind of mesh ladder that you kind of lay it on the bed and you attach it to the end of the bed and he can kind of pull himself up on it. What we've actually ended up doing is we've actually ordered 2 hospital beds, and whichever one confirms that they're going to ship first, we'll take, and we'll cancel the other one. But I think that's going to just make a world of difference because it's going to be a lot lower, a lot easier for him to get in and out of the bed on his own. He'll also be able to, you know, put the head of the bed up or the feet of the bed up, be more comfortable all the time. If he has a day or a morning or something like that where he just doesn't feel like he wants to get up, he can stay in that bed throughout the day and not worry about, you know, being in pain because he can move around in it. And so hopefully that's going to improve his situation a lot. We are still having a problem with more getting the medical services that I feel like he needs. He needs a wound nurse to come in and take care of some things. He has a nurse that comes in and looks at something and says, oh, it looks, you know, it's just red, or it just looks like it's healing. It looks good. And then a physical therapist comes in and looks at the same issue and says, oh, no, it's gotten worse. And now there's another one and this and that. And the other. So we're trying to get that all coordinated and make sure that everybody is looking at the same thing and reporting the same information. As of now, he is battling having some very low blood pressure. So we're working on making sure that he increases his fluids and maybe upping, you know, this is a guy who took high blood pressure medicine for 50 years. And so he's taken off of that, but he's also used to not cooking with any salt, not using salt as a you know, a seasoning or anything like that. So we're trying to get a little more sodium into his system in a controlled kind of way, just to boost up that blood pressure a little and keep him perky. I've been tempted more than a couple of times to show him my videos, just because I think he would get a kick out of this channel. But, you know, the fact that I have used a lot of my videos just as a way of talking about how I'm feeling, my mental health, my depression, my anxiety, things like that, I don't want that to weigh on him. So I guess I kind of, you know, boxed myself into a corner here where, you know, because I felt I wanted to share with a larger audience, it kind of meant that I can't share the rest of it with him. But I don't know. Maybe we'll maybe I'll re-edit some videos and put them up somewhere else for him to watch. So, ooh, like a highlight reel. Ooh, maybe I can do that. Because I think he would get a kick out of seeing me sitting here chatting about cross stitch. He might not get a kick out of my signs. Anyway, for reasons unclear to me, it's like 173 degrees up here, and my hair is starting to do strange things. As you can see, I had it done yesterday. Thank you, Janie. So I am going to finish up for this week. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your likes and even your dislikes. And thank you so much for your comments. I read every single one of them, and I appreciate them. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being my community. Bye, guys.